Boy, I don't know what I was expecting of the Meseta. Sure wasn't this.
We leave El Burgo Ranero with the predicted rain pelting us. Along with the weather to consider, we also have to bring enough food and water to last us for 17.6 kilometers. Yeah, that's right. This flat terrain has got nothing until it reaches the town of Gallegos.
Now, on a day like this, we confront the classic Camino walker's dilemma. No, not whether or not to take a taxi. No, it's poncho versus full rain gear. Now, the poncho purists will tell you that their ponchos are faster and easier to put on and off, and I will give you that. But in the wind, they are really problematic. Your legs are gonna get wet. And in cold weather, I don't know, there you might get a touch of hypothermia. Now with this, I'm dry and cozy and warm inside all this rain gear. So, I don't think it took me any more than a few minutes to put on and off, and as far as I'm concerned, what's the rush?
Any argument over ponchos becomes moot when the rain starts letting up, and almost instantly, what promised to be a long day of slogging through the storm turns into nothing. A brief test of our dedication to the walk. So, the improving weather gives us other things to think about. For example, how all the Camino signs have Castilla crossed out.
¿Por qué? It's because there's a movement in the Leon region to separate itself from Castilla, which they are both together in the Castilla y Leon autonomous region. Now, strangely enough, or maybe not so much, there is a movement in Castilla to separate itself from Leon. That's how things go.
Of course, the skies might be clearing, but the mud and wind still remain. For those many people who seem to forget, we come across the sign that reminds all of us in the most graphic way possible, proper outdoor toilet etiquette. Along the trail, watch for this pleasant picnic area on the north side of the road.
I had her give me a couple big chunks of queso. Look at that. Haha. Now that is a bocadilla.
Finally, we wander into Gallegos with its bars and a minor place in history.
No doubt the last time there was any excitement here in Gallegos was when a 38-pound meteor crashed right here, December 1947. The meteor, known as a chondrite L5, joined some 80 other L5s known to have hit the Earth. Now, after being passed around to several museums, the interstellar rock landed at a natural history museum in Madrid, in case you wanted to check it out.
As we contemplate the long odds of a meteor hitting this place a second time, we leave town on the main road.
¿Es supero? ¿Es supero?
Stopping to help a hapless dog with a twig stuck to its fur.
De la ceja. Que está en el suelo esto.
Our Spanish isn't up to understanding everything this woman said, but apparently someone needs to brush out the dog's hair. On the windy outskirts of Reliegos, there's this 10-year-old statue titled Monumento al Peregrino, or Monument to the Pilgrim, which is accompanied by a few benches and a fountain. On a less blustery day, I might have stopped there. The route continues along the lightly traveled road until we reach Mansilla de las Mulas and enter the main part of town through this ancient gate.
And note the medieval walls, some as tall as 14 meters and 3 meters thick. They were built and rebuilt between the 12th and 14th century. Construction materials, boulders, and lime. So let's break down the town's name. Mansilla means hand on the saddle, and if you go around town, you might find a depiction of that on the local coat of arms. Mulas, as you might have guessed, is Spanish for mules, and that relates to when the town was once known for its mule market. But Mansilla de las Mulas is also known among Spanish literati as the location of 4 novels written in the 17th century called La Pícara Justina, available in English, by the way. The books were part of a genre known as picaresque, where the main character, in this case Justina, lives by her wits and a little larceny. Now, despite the bucolic location, the plot is anything but. The first book, for example, describes in gruesome detail her father's ears being eaten off by the family dog. Her mother chokes to death on an oversized sausage. And throughout the story, Justina marries up in the world while the story skewers priests and the Spanish upper crust. The picaresque genre was invented, if you will, in Spain and inspired such books as Mark Twain's Adventures of Huckleberry Finn.
I don't know if that rain or what.
Hello.
Finally, we reach our hotel and, as always, get a passport stamp to prove we did the required walking.